What's going on, everybody? It's ETA Prime back here again. Today we're going to be taking a look at a new retro style console case from the guys over at Pine64. The kit I have here came with the Rock Pro64, but this will also work with the Raspberry Pi, Tinkerboard, Rock64, and a few other single board computers in that same form factor. I also received a few extras like their USB controllers and their cartridge based SSD. The kit I have in my possession runs for around $99. It comes with the Rock Pro64 2GB model, comes with the case and a power supply. Controllers and the cartridge SSD are extra. So first up, we have the Rock Pro64. This is powered by the RK3399 hexa-core CPU. Got 2 GB of RAM in this model. They also make a 4 GB model. And the GPU is the Mali T860 MP4. It's a pretty powerful little board. Keep an eye on the channel because I will have a few more videos on the Rock Pro64. There's been some new software development and I definitely wanted to test it out. Next up, we're going to take a look at their new controllers. Well, they're actually not new. I have seen these exact controllers sold on Amazon for around $20, but it was the Bluetooth version, non-USB. Pine selling these 2 for $20, so it's not a bad deal. The buttons feel great, but I personally don't like the layout. I believe that these were intended and marketed towards the Wii U when they were initially released a few years ago. On to the Rochambeau case. If you're looking to pick up just the case, it's $29.99 on Ameridroid. I will leave links in the description. Like I said, it is compatible with the Raspberry Pi, Tinkerboard, Rock64, and Rock Pro64. And as you can see here, it's modeled after the European SNES, or known in Japan as the Super Famicom. And I love this style, it looks really good. 2 USB ports on the front, 1 full-size USB and Type-C on the rear. We have our power input and cutouts for HDMI, Ethernet, and over on the side, we also have a micro SD card slot. Pulling the top off the case reveals this big PCB in here, and this is where the magic happens. Our shutdown, reset, USB to the front. Also have this SATA port on the top here, and I'm going to show you that cartridge in just a second. I think that's really cool. But overall, it looks like a very well made case, and I will be putting this together in a second, getting some close-up shots for you guys. The Pro kit also came with active cooling for the Rock Pro64, and we also have some screws and all of our connectors here in the box. But I think the coolest accessory they sell for these cases are these Rochambeau SSD cartridges. This is 120 GB, it's $29.99. They also offer a 256 for $44.95 and a 512 GB version for $75.95. This does have a SATA connector on the back side, and when your case is fully assembled, it'll slide right into the cartridge slot so you can store your games or whatever on external media here. It's a really cool little accessory, and you could print out cart art if you really wanted to and stick it to the front of the cartridge. This is not an assembly tutorial, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this thing together real quick. They do have full instructions on their website. I just want to see it fully assembled and check it out. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I will be making more videos on the Rock Pro64 running Batocera, Recalbox, Laka, and even the Retro Arena have a build coming out very soon, so definitely keep an eye on the channel. So here it is, fully assembled. Got that Rock Pro64 in here. Can't wait to get to do some testing on it. I just need to download either Batocera, Recalbox, or Laka. And you just slide your little SSD cartridge in here. We have our power button, reset, and eject. It's just a really awesome little addition to the case here. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I really appreciate you watching. The Rochambeau case by itself costs around $30. You can get a 120 GB SSD for another $30, or you can buy a full kit with the Rock Pro64 for $99. I'm going to get this up and running. Keep an eye on the channel because I do have more coming. It'd be really cool if you could hit that like button, maybe subscribe to the channel. But like always, thanks for watching.